Hey guys, how's it going? Today we are going to clean up the nose section of the bus. Right in there. I want to vacuum all the rust out, clean it up some, so that way I can get rust converter in there. Try to cut away all the bad metal at the bottom. I've got to punch a bunch of spot welds through here so I can get this off to treat what is behind it for when I get the new nose section to go on. Okay, so that's not too bad. What is that? Speedometer cable. Okay. So we can't mess that up. This is a huge rat's nest of wires. The main reason I didn't use it is because somebody has already hacked into it. Who knows what that switch is for. So I figured that the wiring harness is not that expensive. So I'll just get a new one. Especially because the main harness down in here, when I was cutting this pipe, I clipped the harness, actually this one here, I clipped that harness with the angle grinder and water started pouring out of it. So I don't think that would have been very safe. So we are going with a new one. I'm going to get the paintbrush and my rust converter, put it all on this. I'm assuming this top section I will have to cut out of another bus, put into this one. So I'm not too worried about saving this or what's left of it. So I'll probably just cut right along there off of the parts bus at the junkyard and stick it onto this one. As far as the inside goes, it's pretty crusty looking, but it's not horrible, so I think that could be saved. So honestly, I think, actually no, I believe this section here is part of the new nose cone, because that is a seam right there. So I believe that's part of the new nose cone. So what I might have to do is just put a little bit of metal here. So when I put the new nose cone on, I can weld to this. So I think that's all that I will need to do. I don't think that I'll have to get that whole new section from the junkyard. I'll have to see if I can find any pictures or a video of somebody who did their nose cone and this was not so destroyed. So that way I know what I need to cut off and what should stay. I have yet to see a very clear video of somebody doing it, or at least a very detailed video. The couples that I saw said not to go too deep in this area just because you don't want to cut into, I guess this is the fresh air box, and then about the spot welds in here, and that this is the main, I guess, way to locate where the new nose cone should be, because if this doesn't line up, then nothing else is going to line up. At least that's what I've seen in the videos. So let me stop rambling. I will get some rust converter and a paintbrush. I might wire wheel this really quick just to knock off the thick stuff, and then I'll put the rust converter on. So you can be pretty liberal with putting this stuff on. Just slap it on there. There are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. Just pack it on pretty good. I will be going over this with some epoxy primer as well. Just figured while I have it open, may as well treat it with as much as I can. This probably is not the best paintbrush to use either, but I did not have any others, so this one will have to work. I'm actually very surprised at how not completely blown out this is. I figured with as bad as the gap was underneath the window, or windshield rather, that it would just be completely gone. Along with that, I'm very shocked, especially with that being a flat surface that would hold water. I just figured that it would be completely gone. So it is very surprising. It makes it a lot easier on me as well. If the parts would ever come in on my bug, then I would actually finish that up, since I feel pretty confident in my welding now to be able to repair those small sections. That's why I started working on this first, just to get some practice. I'm not saying I'm great, but I have the general idea of what needs to be done. And who's to say it looks not as bad in that corner panel, but I've also not seen the underside of the heater channels. I had the body off, but never really high enough to inspect it as good as I should have. So the heater channels could be just completely shot. Yeah, I really went way too deep right there. I guess once I fold back, I need to cut this more. Fold back around the door, and then I can come through and weld that up. I'm not gonna worry about that there. I should probably hit that with the wire wheel just to clean that up and get some rust converter on there. May as well hit all of this as well. So I will let that sit and do its thing. There's a lot more damage on this side than there is on the other side. A couple holes there, which I can probably just stick some copper behind that and weld that up. And a little bit there as well. The damage isn't as bad over here, but it has a whole lot more holes. So shouldn't be too bad to fix that up. I guess now I will figure out this bottom lip. Yeah, look in there. That is just packed, completely packed with rust. Pretty sure that's, yeah, that's the frame. That's bad. Oh look, was that an acorn? Yep. We've got mousage. I'm sure that helps out a lot with making rust. Oh yeah, look at that. Acorn shell. Okay. Can you see? Quite a bit. Wish the GoPro would had a light on it by itself. Yeah, there we go. She is packed in there. I mean, I guess I could have used the vacuum. That probably would have been way easier, but what's the fun in that? Tons of dirt. What is that? Well, that's strange. So this piece here, I'm assuming, is spot welded there. Yep, and there's a lip on this back side that it is spot welded to. So what I will probably do is just cut it flush there and try to cut it across, and then just grind back the metal, because that's really thin. I don't even know if a spot weld cutter would help. Look, on the other side was the exact same cut. It looks like somebody used an angle grinder. That is strange. Also one there too. That is very weird. Huh. Okay. Well, that is a bit better. I'll probably stick the vacuum in there. But for the most part, it's not bad. Oh look, more rust. So, that is the inner dog leg. Can you see the holes? That's pretty bad. So I was thinking, I've got extra dog legs. I'll have to look and see. I don't think they go all the way around. I think it's just a outer skin like that, because that is pretty shot. That is the that's the mount location for the front bumper. So that's pretty gone. I don't know if they make that piece. I'll have to look. There's some frame. Surprised there's no mouse nest in there. Actually, it looks like there might be. There's the crushed pipe. So all in all, actually that looks tweaked. Yeah, it looks like it got hit from behind. Possibly. Yeah, that's right there. Looks damaged. So I think possibly as it was being dragged by something, it took a hit. I will definitely need some new tie rod ends. The boots on those are pretty shot. The front beam doesn't look bad. I don't know if they rust out normally as bad as the bug front beams do. So I probably will not drop that front beam. While you cannot see me at all. The light's just killing you. So I probably won't drop the front beam on this, mainly because this is already turning into a lot bigger of a project than I wanted. I just wanted something quick to get on the road and drive. But now she has no face. So the beam looks good. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll need new tie rod ends. The boots on those are pretty torn. As far as this goes, I'll probably patch this section here, but for the underside, I'm not going to worry about it for the moment, mainly because that can be fixed even after the nose has been put back on. Like I said, this is going to be a drive it and fix it kind of project. Just noticed that is it's broken a spot weld. So I wonder what somebody did on the inside of this. So the rust converter is already doing its thing. It's turning chalky. So that's a good sign. Stuff works pretty quick. So I don't really know what the next step will be. I need to order a bunch of metal. I need to go to the junkyard, get a bunch of metal before I can really do anything else. I guess I could go ahead and start tackling the inside here. Not that you can see it very well with all this crap in here. I guess I could cut out the bad sections to get ready for putting in new sections. I've got one little piece of flooring there. It's not going to be enough at all to be able to replace all the damage. I need to get this side door off again, so that way I can see the quarter panel that is behind it. I've also got the new roller for that, and I think I got the new nylon bushing for this. I also need to figure out the door handle. It looks locked. This doesn't seem to lock or unlock anything, and none of this seems to work. So it's already missing a bunch of screws. I'll have to take that off and figure that out. This is loose as well, whatever that is. So I'm gonna have to do some research. Luckily I got the service manual. For the bus. So that will help out a lot. Got a bunch of odds and ends. Actually, this is the notebook the guy gave me that I bought the bus from. That's what it originally looked like when he picked it up. Crusty. He has a bunch of paperwork as far as dimensions for the roof sections. So it's pretty cool of him to give me all this. It will definitely help out. I still need to clean up the garage a lot. I've got a lot of parts just thrown everywhere. Engines everywhere. Steering columns. New old stock fender over there. I believe it was hanging in a body shop roof for, I don't know, 40 some years maybe. Update video on the bug, or rather intro video on the bug, will be coming soon. I need to clean it off so that way I can show you better. And then hopefully here soon the Will It Run videos on that engine and the one over there. Although I guess I could, yeah, I guess I can start working on this damage here actually. I forgot about that. I've got the repair panel for it. Yeah, let's put some more rust converter in here. Let's see if I can get you into a spot so you can see. So it is not wanting to stick very well. I think it's just so greasy under here. The spots that are just rust, it does okay, but the sections over in here, they look really oily, and it's just beating up and not wanting to go on there. So I'll probably have to clean that up, which I don't mind that it had oil there, because it actually, or grease, whatever it is, it actually helps protect the metal, and I'm cool with that. So I don't know what I want to put on here after the rust treatment, or rather rust converter, I guess is what you want to call it. I was thinking pour 15. I don't know if you can do that after rust converter has been put on. Or maybe you have to do the rust converter before that's put on, who knows. Let's just paint everything. May as well, right? I'm still very surprised at how I have a brake pedal. That is just crazy. So the master cylinder is not frozen. The brake master in the bug was just so incredibly destroyed. It was like one solid piece of rust. I tried to get the push rod out of it, and it wasn't doing anything. So I had to junk the whole thing, and it is incredibly hard to find, at least incredibly hard looking online to find a replacement push rod. I was lucky enough to find one on eBay, and before I bought it, it was sold. But then I messaged the seller and I said, hey, I think he was a Volkswagen parts seller. So I said, hey man, if you ever come across another push rod for a 72 bug, let me know, because I need one. And he messaged me a couple days later actually, and said that he had one, and we got it shipped out to me. And then I ended up finding all these other bugs for sale, and I could have just gotten one off those, because they were all parts bugs anyway, so would not have mattered. Hopefully this rust converter does not destroy my floor. Seeing as it is just falling all over the place. I'm pretty sure my wife would kill me. I really need to get a actual GoPro tripod or something. I've been using the clip attachment and just kind of clipping it on everything, and it makes it a little hard to get camera angles and such. So now I'm having to hold it and try to look at what I'm doing through the GoPro, so it makes it a little difficult. And it makes it so I move the camera around a lot, and that's not good. I figured this here would be actually really bad, mainly because I guess it is slanted enough, but with the water coming in through the roof, I figured, or the windshield, that this would be shot, but it is not bad. I also did not do a very good job of vacuuming. Okay, that is enough rust converter for today. I'm going to finish that up. That way I do not bore you to tears. I will probably come in here with the grinder and try to get that lip out of here. So yeah, that way I can get that ready for the floor. But that works pretty good. Tuna can. There you go. Yeah, so it seems like the easiest way to get this out is to get a little bit of a section that you can get a hold of and twist it like you would opening a can of tuna fish or something along those lines, and it just pops the spot welds. It doesn't always work, but so far it's going pretty decent. You see what I mean about rolling it up like a tin can? It actually works pretty good. Once you get those spot welds kind of low, they just snap away pretty easy. So I'm going to continue along with this method. Your battery is at 5%. So I'm going to let y'all take a break, put you on charge, and knock a little bit more of this out, just because it's not very fun to watch. So let me do that, put y'all on charge, and I will bring you back when I am done. So that was way harder than it needed to be. Got it all out. This section over here is pretty rough. All along there, actually. I wasn't going to do the dog legs, but it looks like I might have to. At least this intersection here. But everything else looks really good. I am pleased with that. So that is the floor out of the way. There is a little bit more right along here that I need to chisel out, then bits and pieces all throughout. But other than that, it is mostly done. The lip over there at the base of the seat is pretty gone, so I'm going to need to put new metal there before I can put the new floor section in. I think the Classic Fab floor is all one piece, which will be a whole lot better than having to do the 3-piece floor. So that is one more thing checked off the to-do list. The dog leg does not have to be done now. The floor does, so I will probably get the floor first and then worry about the dog leg later down the road. So I don't know if this will be its own episode or not. Today was kind of all over the place, so I don't know if I have enough material to make one big video or if it will just be like a little update video. The rust treatment is actually looking very good. Looks like it's knocking out the rust pretty nicely. So yeah, with that, thank you for hanging out, and I will see you in the next video.